welcome you here. We are very happy. We are very thankful all for what United States and Iowa did and is doing for us. We know, we are aware, and this is as another great day that we can also be able to set something in place on the cooperation and moving forward with some impacts together between universities, between different institutions, and this is great that you came and visit us. So thank you very much, and I have to thank us especially the Consulate of Republic of Kosovo, Artan and Kim, but also all the colleagues for great contribution, positive energy, proactiveness, orientation, the leadership to create this network, this cooperation, and be able to be open for everybody who wanted to make things happen and cooperate. And thank you, really, it's great. I have to thank the General Orr for a great historical contribution for Kosovo, for creating this environment for peace and security, for increasing the professionalism on security side, on the environment that we can live in a free and peaceful and be able to build good things and even be able to have a level of partnership that because without support of United States and without your support and so on, we would maybe not be here in this part. So we are very emotional linked with this, and we thank forever for this. And of course, we are welcome the colleague from University of Iowa and University of North Iowa for their great proactiveness and cooperation with the Christian and team, the professorship and Professor Russ and as all the colleagues and professors from all the institutions. And I mean, it's important that we see from Iowa that they are interested to support Kosovo. They are interested to create proactiveness and cooperation with Kosovo. And this is very important. I think the stage of interesting and proactiveness of a US-based university is very important because based on our cooperation, it's important to reach this level of interesting level. And I promise you that we will have a very proactiveness side, as from our side, to make things happen, have a great impact, joint research, joint education, joint development for Kosovo, but also in both countries, and have also some impact and visibility on an international level. So I will not continue too much, but just saying that UBT is a young university. It's in the same age with Kosovo. So we started in 2001, so 20 years anniversary. We just celebrated in last December. We have about 15,000 active students, 1,200 full-time staff, and almost 150 accredited major programs here. So there is an institution starting from scratch in 2001, starting from zero, but with huge and high motivation for Kosovo. Every program was for Kosovo, still is for Kosovo, for young students. Increasing the visibility, be member of international community, putting the map of Kosovo in different location to be recognized. So we are very happy that we have almost a partnership with the entire Europe. We are very happy to put Kosovo in different place and ranking. So last month we succeed to be in a World University ranking with impact on the place number 6 for the 4th industrial revolution worldwide. And it's for us very important that Kosovo stand in the top 50 best universities or going in all of the place. So everything is kind of emotional link on success. What UBT maybe is interesting is to express a small-scale innovation ecosystem. So we are trying to confirm how a small scale can self-sustain, smart in the sense of using the latest technology, but be very active on sustainable development, on resilience, spirit, and mindset, so that like Kosovo to be agile for the next transformation, which can come from different things like COVID or like security issues or like sustainable development or digital transformation, whatever. So we think this is our approach to be more active in this part. We are very happy that I think we make an impact for Kosovo. In the sense that our students get jobs, so 98% they get jobs immediately after the graduation. This is a very good statistic for Kosovo. And we are very happy to see that more than 60% of all ICT jobs in Kosovo are covering from my or former students of UBT. So UBT is impacting society with jobs, with growth, with internationalization, and with a good image. And we will try to work on this positive image in order to have. You know that Kosovo is small. Kosovo has limited resources on knowledge, on research, on infrastructure, and this is very important to have partnership and friends and trust partners where we can work more in those directions. And for this reason, a strategic partnership with a strategic state like Iowa is for us very important. And this partnership for us will be a strategic partnership to focus and have more interactivity on this what I mentioned. So partnership, internationalization, transdisciplinarity approach, sustainability, excellence approach, and a positive environment framework are let's say, the frameworks of UBT to act on this part. And I think what we are trying to do is then to support, as of the government of Kosovo, we do a lot of projects and things for Kosovo, for the cities, and things that with this innovation ecosystem, for example, just to mention an example, for last year, we succeed to generate 1,000 new jobs just for 1 year. So, I mean, for Kosovo sizes, it's very, very important, and we are looking forward. So, strategic partnership, cooperation, thankful for everything, and we will promise you that we will be a very serious partner. We will be permanent long life partnership, and we will succeed to have very good positive impact on this level. So thank you very much. I will not take longer for you time to spend, because you have a very tight agenda. We wanted to show you everything in Kosovo, to meet with everything, because we love you, and this is maybe the problem that Artan and Kim and others have this time management issues. But in order to continue, I will give the floor to Artan, to the head of our consulate in Iowa, to take the floor. And again, thank you very much for great support from you. Thank you, Artan.
Well, I'll try to be short. First of all, thank you, Edmund, for having us. This is really important for the partnership. Thank you, General Orr, for having the vision of all of Iowa and all of Kosovo. So you had the vision to go beyond military, and this is one of the concrete achievements. When Christy told us about their experience with 2+2 programs, especially in Asia, I thought that this can be something that it can work. We are still convinced that Kosovo is the best choice to start this program, and it will have an impact not just in our country, but even in the region and beyond. And then we got Christie's proposal. We sent to all universities and higher education institutions in Kosovo. We are really happy that Edmund replied immediately positively, and we started to work close together. Now, this is going to be history in a few minutes, but then it will be like the beginning of, let's say, transforming the entire idea of higher education in Kosovo. So having a validation process from UNI for a university in Kosovo, which in this case is UBT, is a big achievement. And it happened in one small office in Iowa, and then with further consultations, talks, exchanges with our office, and then UBT and UNI. So we are really convinced that this will have an impact, as I said, even in other universities, but it will have an impact even in the entire transformation of society. We are really proud that Iowa believes in us, and we are really proud that your higher education believe in the quality that we can offer. And as you will see, UBT has a lot to offer. And the entire process of exchanges, we don't see it anymore just benefiting out of Iowa, but now we can even offer something. And this is one other level of partnership. So for partners or for Tango, there is a need for two. And I think Kosovo and Iowa, it's a perfect match. Once again, congratulations, and yeah, a lot of more successes.
Thank you, Artan. Really, I appreciate you are a role model for the embassies of Kosovo. You are one of my favorite, let's say, consulate or embassies of Kosovo. Proactive, linking the entire ecosystem with the stakeholders, and finding the cooperation. And I think this is exactly the mission and vision what we expected to have of those representation of Kosovo. And thank you very much. So I think we will take the opportunity to have the General Orr here with us, a great contributor. I think you are for the first time in UBT. Even you have been in Kosovo around, but you know there are different type of. We make some jokes here. We say in Kosovo there are different type of university. For example, they are public, private, and UBT, and they are this and this. But in this case, it's important also to visit and have the UBT. And it's our honor that you are here and take the momentum to give you the floor for some momentum, if you agree. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Edmund, and to the staff of UBT, great to see you, and thanks to the Iowa delegation that's here this morning. You're right, this is the 11 years of coming to Kosovo and the first time to UBT. And as a educator, of a high school teacher, I started my career out in my master's degree in higher ed. I can appreciate your university, and I'm a student of history, so I feel very comfortable where I'm at, surrounded by books. But I do want to say very quickly, I'm so honored and more important to say thank you to the UBT and to Kosovo. 11 years ago, I came here to establish a state partnership with the Kosovo Security Forces. And like the other 88 partnerships that are around the world that match states of the United States with other countries, this is the best model. And it's not because of me or the vision of the whole of Kosovo, the whole of Iowa, but it's because of the people who believe in the purpose and they believe in this vision. And I think this is a great example today of being able to see where collaboration of folks who didn't know me 11 years ago in Iowa today are here working out agreements for the greater good of our nations and our state. And it's all about education. My mother and father were both educators, and my mother used to remind me, if you can read the sign behind me, thank a teacher. It all starts with education, and so what better way to have a partnership that's based off of sound fundamentals than to start with education? And so I believe that we've done a lot since 2011, and I see that everywhere I go. And in the last 2 years, having not been here because of COVID, I just cannot believe the change that I've seen in the last 2 years. So you should be, as Kosovars, very proud of what you have done in your country, the progress that you've made in less than 20 years coming out of a war. And I just would tell you that this is a prime example of the importance of what you put behind the value of your young people, offering an education and willingness to collaborate. So I look forward to this. I thank UNI, University of Northern Iowa, and for Iowa for being involved with this. And look forward to seeing the signing today and seeing another accomplishment in this great partnership between Kosovo and Iowa. So thank you, Falam David Shum, and
Thank you very much, and appreciate. And I think we get this spirit to our Kosovo force. We feel we have really a good approach to this modern security, and thank you to you to create this positioning and standard that is very important for us. So I think we will move to our partner universities, University of North Iowa and University of Iowa. I will not order or create a part. For us, it's very important to have partnership. I think we have a lot of potential to do. We started to have a conversation. We went very in detail conversation. We don't create just MOUs in the sense to have something, but we had a lot of conversation and communication before more than 1 year. I think going in structure, doing the curriculum, the content, the quality, knowing between departments, and I think based on this we came to conclusion that we have potential for cooperation, and this is very important day for us that we can conclude that there is a match where we can cooperate with staff from University of Iowa. Even we started to have some classes together, some joint classes between students of Kosovo, students of Iowa, professorships, creating joint syllabuses, interacting in this part. And I think it was very nice when you see the presentations, the joint action. We talk as of today with you and I to have different study visits, to have different concrete steps on such a things, and I am really very looking forward for this part. So I give the floor first to Christy from UNI, and then we will continue. Please, Christy, and thank you very much for you and your team that you made a great job to come to this moment.
Thank you very much, Edmund, and I do want to start by introducing the UNI delegation here. As mentioned, my name is Dr. Christy Marcassani, and my role at the University of Northern Iowa is Director of International Recruitment and Admissions. And I have here with me Dr. Mary Connerly, and she's the Associate Dean of our College of Business. We also have Elizabeth Solis, and she has a new job that she got this week, so we can all give her a round of applause. So she will be, starting next week, the director of the Professional Readiness Program. And then we have Dr. Lisa Riddle, who is the department head for Applied Engineering and Technology Management. And we are thrilled to be here. There has been a lot of work put in over this last year to get to this point, so this is an exciting moment. But I have to go back, and I have to thank Artan and Kim from the chief of mission and advisor for the consulate, Kosovo consulate in Iowa. So 5 years ago, I came to Kosovo, and thanks again to our colleagues here. And I had the opportunity to visit some high schools, and I met some really amazing students, and I talked to them about their future and about education. And it became clear that the young people of Kosovo had a great desire to learn, and I started to think about maybe ways that my university could get involved in that. But we also knew that there was a lot of barriers for this. So when I came back to the US, I had a conversation about how we could build a pathway for young, bright Kosovar students to have the opportunity to come to the US. And through some discussion and some proposals, we got to a point where we do have an idea that we think will work, and we think that will provide some great educational options for young people here. And of course, when we put this proposal out, the first person to answer our call is President Harizi. Yes, right. He was so we knew that he was very serious about this, and this started a great relationship. And I thank you for your vision and your enthusiasm, because we would not be signing this today without it. So thank you. So as mentioned, what we are talking about right now is a pathway program for students. But as evident from the meeting today, this is only the start of this partnership. We already have ideas jumping around. I think we have a list of like 10 to 15 ideas that we already want to get back and start working on, because we know that there's benefit on both sides for faculty exchange, for research collaboration, to bring our students here to Kosovo. I think that it would be so eye-opening for our young people to come here. And luckily we have a great partner in UBT. Just to wrap up, it's very interesting because UBT and you and I are different in many ways. For example, we are a school that's almost 150 years old. We're a public institution that started as a teacher college. But as you start looking at our two institutions, we have a lot in common, and that's what's really exciting. We're similar size. We both are schools that are dedicated to serving our communities, our states, in your case, your country. We're very focused on that as an institution. And I think we're both dedicated to this idea of internationalization and innovation. So we are just thrilled to be able to partner with UBT to look for the future where we're working together, mainly to help the young people of Kosovo have a great education and then come back and contribute. So thank you very much. Thank you for all of you for being here. Thank you.
Of course, last but not least, Russ is representing University of Iowa. We had a very good conversation. We planned to meet with you before or host you, but some scheduling is postponed. But we are very grateful that you are today here, and we can host you and we can talk for our cooperation. And I think this is a great opportunity that. We think you did a lot as Iowa for Kosovo, and I think we should create this interaction not only on academia level, but as with industry, with businesses, with SME, with startups and innovation. And I think thanks as the consulate and interaction, and I see your presence here. Thank you for coming and visiting us. I think, and a professor who already did a lot of joint research here, a very good example how we can do and publish joint research, good research in high reputation journals. I think these are very good components to believe that we have to create this strategic partnership in praxis, and I think we will work together to create this ecosystem that we succeed in. And Russ, the floor is yours, and thank you very much for coming, and thank you for trust in the cooperation.
Just a few words about University of Iowa. University of Iowa is one of the first universities that got engaged with Kosovo. So basically they helped building the diplomatic academy of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And as you know, so the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is one of the key ministries of the Republic of Kosovo. So once again, thank you for engaging at early age. On UBT and University of Iowa, there is a beautiful story of Professor Erin Johnson. She is one of the professors that engages in international business. When we matched both of them together, the idea was to start maybe some lectures, but then it ended up in common groups, common presentations, students from Iowa, students from Kosovo presenting on same topics, doing research. And then some of the research was needed for our office. So basically we were exploring how a Kosovo company can export to US, or vice versa, how an American company can invest in Kosovo. So the students can be a resource for our office, but even for the needs of the society. So once again, Professor, thank you very much for believing in us, and thank you for being ready to sign this cooperation agreement.
Oh, thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Artan, for those generous words. And so, like those who have preceded me, I'd like to start by expressing my gratitude to many people. So Artan, Kim, you make our work very easy. Thank you for facilitating these relationships. Thank you for making the contacts. Thank you for doing the legwork, for arranging all of these visits. We know it entails a lot of effort, and we're deeply appreciative of everything that you do for us. So thank you. Yes, please. And we wouldn't be here without General Orr. let's face it. I mean, the vision that he had 11 years ago to build security forces, but to expand from there, to extend to other sectors such as the economy, education, government, public policy, it's unprecedented. And to have that type of partnership puts Iowa, the state of Iowa, in a very unique place. So we definitely owe General Orr a big round of applause and all of our gratitude. I'd also like to thank our partner universities, our Regents institutions at the University of Iowa. So we have Professor Youngs from Iowa State University and our colleagues from the University of Northern Iowa. We need to work together more often than we do. We are very friendly in Iowa, we do collaborate, but we also compete a little bit. I'd like to see more of this type of teamwork. And so hopefully this will present a model for the future. So thank you to my colleagues from the Regents institutions for being here and for working with us as we move forward. I'd also like to thank Edmund because this is really a story, and I think it represents our relationship with Kosovo in general, in the sense that it is one of commitment and perseverance. So we are here for the long term. We have been communicating with each other for about 2.5 years now. I've been in my position since January of 2020, right when the pandemic hit. And one of the first people I communicated with was Edmund and UBT. So we knew that COVID was going to be bad, but we knew that at some point things would improve. And so we constantly communicated. We were on Zoom, we emailed, we talked about collaborative programming, and all of this came to fruition, I think, today in the formal signing of the MOU. From a broader perspective, in terms of global engagement, the University of Iowa, and my office in particular, is interested in young, dynamic, emerging countries in the world. So we're spending a lot of time in the Middle East, we're spending time in Africa, and when we look at Europe, of course, you know, we value our partnerships in places like Britain, France, Spain. I'm a French professor, and I also speak Spanish, but we're looking for new kinds of thought. We're looking for innovation. And I think Kosovo provides an opportunity that we don't see elsewhere. If you look at this particular campus and where it's situated, this is the innovation hub of not just Pristina, but the country as a whole. So for us to be able to connect, you know, with this creativity and with this innovation is something that we want to move forward with. And just in closing, I want to say thank you to the people of Kosovo and the folks in the university communities, especially for being so responsive. We deal with people from all over the world, and they're all very friendly. We all have a common mission, but there's an energy and an enthusiasm and a sincerity in Kosovo that I just haven't seen elsewhere, and that's something that we really need to capitalize on as we build our future together. So thank you. It's a privilege and an honor to be here.
Thank you very much, Bras. Thank you all coming here and being with us. I think it's a great day. We put this cooperation in your visit under the umbrella of UBT Global Knowledge Festival. We have in July now from yesterday, the Day of Independence of United States. So we started with you, and we will continue the entire July here with different events. So we have almost 120 different types of events: international summer schools, conferences, forum, hackathons, cultural events, and so on, and having more than 500 speakers here, and having also expected to have more than 10,000 participants. So it will be a festival of knowledge, which we consider is the largest knowledge festival in the region of Western Balkan for sure, but why not in Europe? Because we try to combine all activities around university with partnership and interactivities. And we wanted this segmentation to consider part of the Knowledge Festival, and it's really an honor, a pleasure having you here and express those information, those presentation, and then a sign of agreement. I have also to thank my team, my colleagues who are very proactive, starting from international office, from the deans, vice deans, the director of academic affairs. Thank you for this, and I think we will make things happen together to reach this level of strategic partnership that we are going forward. So thank you very much. If you agree, not taking so much time, we can start with signing the official agreement in front of you. If you allow, General, we can maybe. I mean, you are the person who allow us to continue, and yes. And I invite Christy or the representative or you and I, and having the sign, and then we will continue with University of Iowa. And I hope very soon, as with the University, Iowa State University, so we will close it up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Really a very historical momentum, very nice momentum. We are very happy for it. And thank you for coming, all of you, today to honor us with your presence. I hope we will meet you again in some occasion, and today or next days, but also next time. And I know that some industries are with you and some other representatives. So on behalf of UBT and on behalf of Kosovo, thank you to all of you, and thank to Iowa State and United States for great contribution. Maybe you recognize, but we thought United States, we really would not exist today. I have experienced this because I had to leave my country, and a lot of history that can be very emotional, but after we get the freedom, and freedom is very important. Maybe you don't experience the momentum of freedom and peace, but for us was very important. In 90s, I could not go out from the house after 9 p.m. and so on. So when I went to Vienna for my study and my living for further education, which was not able to do here because Milosevic already closed all schools here, one night I stayed all the night on the street just to feel the freedom, you know, to move in a peaceful freedom momentum. And I think this is, you know, this is something that you did for us. A great contribution, great support. And this is a message for everybody who take the freedom, democracy from all this. They will not have perspective. And I think this is the point and the role and the contribution of the United States. And thank you for all of this. And thank you for your time that you spent to come for cooperation. So if you agree, we offer some cocktail and some foods just to stay a bit together and talk. Please, downstairs we will have something together. I think we close the ceremony. Thank you all and welcome.